What's up, everyone? We're gonna get the stream started in a little bit. Give me a couple minutes. I gotta go take an allergy pill, man. I've been having the windows open at night because it's like nice outside and shit. But like, I wake up and like I'm congested AF. Hold up. Okay, so I think everything is gonna be good to go. All right, so before we get started, yo, Malcolm, what's going on? Boom. All right. So we have the monthly Patreon sketch cards to do. The topic for this month, which was chosen by the patrons, is whoops, is female knights. Well, hopefully this light isn't too bright. Hopefully we don't have too much of a reflection bouncing off here. Go ahead and just move it down a little bit just in case. What's going on, man? All right, so before we get any further into the stream, I would like to remind everyone that this stream is sponsored by DeviantArt. I am part of a sponsorship program for artists called the DeviantArt Collective. If you stream your artwork here on Twitch, DeviantArt is actively looking for new artists to add to our team. Basically, they'll pay you to stream, grow your community, and I'll drop a link in the chat, into the Twitch chat right now for you guys to get. Click on it. It helps me if you click. Get some information. Maybe go apply for yourself. Yeah, they've hooked me up with some good gigs over the past year and a half, which is how long they've been supporting the channel. They've even hooked us up with a pretty sweet small sponsorship deal with Elgato, which is one of the reasons the stream looks so pretty these days. But yeah, if you like what we do here, DeviantArt has played a big part as to why we can do this full time. Thank you to DA for sponsoring the Twitch portion of today's stream. What's going on? So as you can see, I went ahead and just did the under sketch for all of the Patreon sketch cards for this month because, I mean, fucking whatever. It's just fast. It's just faster this way. How's everyone doing, by the way? All good? Ghost, what's going on? You think by now I'd be more organized? Uh-oh, you got that young Co? You got that young Vid? Nah, dude, I hope you're feeling better. What is everyone working on today? Right now, we're working on Patreon sketch cards. So, as part of one of my Patreon tiers, the most popular one is a measly $10, which is nothing. You get yourself a fun little 4 by 6 inch ink sketch, and I ship it right to you. Have you gotten COVID yet? I say yet because everyone's gonna get it. Fire, ghost type, dog. I'm not gonna look at any more new Pokemon stuff. I'm not. I'm gonna wait to play the game. I saw a post not too long ago, and it like the thumbnail for the post had all the new Pokemon, and I didn't want to see them because, you know, I like playing new Pokemon games blind, and basically everyone is really happy with the new Pokemon designs, so that got me really hyped. The ones that I saw, like the first wave, I actually really liked them. Other than the fact that it fucked up the sales of my Pokemon print, I like the designs, yeah, objectively. You're gonna play the stream in the background. Hey, thank you, I appreciate the lurk. If your desk isn't messy, you're not working. Hey, that's true. I was looking for my glove. You know, the little Michael Jackson half glove that we use for drawing. But I was using it to do digital art the other day because I've been working on not well really working, but kind of testing some interesting original concept ideas. So I went digital for a little bit, and then I lost the glove. Oh, so the new designs are good? Oh, that makes me happy. I'm not gonna lie, I never really disliked any designs. I know they have like different styles based on regions. I don't know, there's never been like a generation where I'm just like, oh, these designs are awful. I'm just a Pokemon fan. I'm just like, whatever, dude. I mean, they could be worse. But yeah, the topic for the Patreon cards this month, which was chosen by the patrons, is Female Knight. Yeah, so this will be a real chill stream. These aren't really serious, like super serious pieces, you know. Oh yeah, especially since you are working with pencil, that glove definitely would help you a lot. Yeah, Malcolm, I hope you start feeling better. Are you gonna take anything? Are you talking about like you feel like shit, as in you need like Sudafed? Am I planning on getting any rest before the 24-hour stream, or are you just gonna rise straight into it? I'm just gonna treat it like normal. I'm gonna get I've been getting I've been getting everything lined up. So everything should be good to go tonight. We're gonna go to sleep like normal. I'm not gonna stay up that late. And then we'll just start it right when I wake up. Yeah, I've considered after we finish the Patreon cards, and then I package all of them. I'm considering forcing a nap. Just chugs and throw down some melatonins, take a nap, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and then I wake up and we just start the 24-hour stream tonight. that ideally that's what we would do, but we're gonna have to see because there's a lot to do around the house. For those who don't know, thanks to the Twitch chat, we are going to be doing a 24-hour bug study stream. I have selected a handful of bugs, but I don't think they're going to last 24 hours. So we'll get through my selection of the bugs that I want to study. And then I'll just, if we run out, I'll just ask the chat, like, what other bugs should we go and do? Yeah. So I have the first, like 10 lined up, but I don't think... Like, they're not very deep, like, they're not as complicated, I feel, as, you know, like as a tiger or something, so... But, I mean, who knows, we'll see. I noticed bugs have a lot more, geometric shapes on their body, so that's why I think it's gonna be a lot easier. When, I was looking up which bugs I want to study, I was just like, man, a lot of these... very, very simple shapes on them. I was like, this is gonna be a lot easier than I think. At least when I look at it. We'll see what it's like tomorrow, though. David, what's going on? I appreciate all the views that we've been getting lately. Thank you so much. And I'm not gonna lie, almost all of the bugs that I've chosen are from Japan. I have a live drawing to do in November, and it is... I'm trying to get something specific done over there, and it is Japanese people that I want to try to, like, impress. So I was just like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. They got some cool beetles over there. It's like mostly beetles that they got over there. So I'm just like, all right, that's cool. We'll do that. Would you consider a snail to be a bug? What qualifies as a bug, honestly? Oh yeah, I saw you uploaded like a shit ton of shorts, like pretty recently, right? Didn't you just drop like 7 of them? So tell me about that. How's it going? I know you said they've been popping off, but like, was it immediate or how long have they been uploaded? Yeah, I was using shorts for a while to try and, because I'm trying to revive the YouTube channel, right? And I started uploading shorts, and not only was I losing subs once I did it, again because it doesn't really line up with the type of stuff I normally upload to YouTube. So naturally, the people are like, "What the fuck is this garbage that I've been uploading?" It's just repurposed time lapses. Not only was I losing subs, but dude, I was getting a lot of downvotes, and I wasn't getting a lot of views on them. So I was just like, nah, I'm good. An antenna and 3 body parts. Okay. Well, then a snail has antennas, but only 2 body parts. Watch, there's a zoologist watching. They're like, in fact, snails have like 45 body parts. Actually. Ba, 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 ba. No. I mean, dude, if you have the content, you may as well spam it. Well, you know, we talked about when I was doing research and I was trying to use the shorts. It didn't work out for me, but it works for a lot of people. I had gone onto some Reddit forums of there were some people who were pretty successful with their shorts. They're talking about how they upload like 20 shorts a day every day. I'm like, the fuck are you recording? Like, there's no way. There's no fucking way that like it's 20 shorts a day. I'm like, what are you recording? What kind of nonsense are you fucking? That's where you just have the camera playing and you're just doing a dance. And you're just like somebody hits you in the balls with like a basketball, you know? The follows will. I don't try to figure out what is gonna gain me followers anymore. I'll just keep an eye specifically on YouTube because, you know, like I said, I'm trying to revive it. So specifically right now, I'm just trying to see what's hurting the channel. I'm just gonna avoid doing that. I'm not gonna go out of my way to do something because we're streaming. If Twitch is listening, this next sentence I'm about to say is a lie. But we are cross-platform streaming. So the live streams and the artist vlogs are basically everything. That's all that's going to be up on my YouTube. So just jump rope all day, dude. I haven't exercised in like 2 weeks. I must have eaten at least 20 bags of Doritos since then. I'm super plump and it's awesome. I feel like a tank right now, man, because I could still do pull-ups and I could still run. Like I've been running around with our new puppy and I still have all my stamina from, you know, I've been pretty hardcore training for my Spartan race, which I had to skip out on for family reasons. But I could still do all the same amount of pull-ups. As now I'm just a little heavier and I feel strong. I'm like, dude, I feel like a fucking tank right now. Yeah, so anyway. Trying to figure out what type of videos to make to start your own channel on YouTube. That's one of those things where if you're just getting started, you have a bit more freedom to experiment, because once you have an established, okay, because like what I upload to YouTube, you know, I upload those videos, those artist episodes, which by the way, the new episode is out now, so if you want to give that link that I dropped into the Twitch chat a click and give the video a like, I'd appreciate it. You don't even have to watch it, but it would help me out. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, we had talked about this before. Once somebody follows you, they're following you for a reason, and usually like they'll see 1 or 2 things that you have, and they'll just give it a follow. They won't even go to your page. They'll just be like, oh, cool, you know. And if you give them something that is different than what they followed you for, you're most likely going to lose them. But at the same time, like, if that's what happens, who gives a fuck? Like, fuck them. You don't want to be here? I don't want you here. But anyway, because you're still building it, you have that freedom to kind of experiment with different things. You want to be here, you're just too tired to brain right now. That's all of us. Oh yeah, so Malcolm, my new puppy, right? Smart as fuck. She is making training really, really easy because she's picking up on so many things that are, because we have an 11-year-old boxer, and then we just picked up an 8-week-old, but actually as of today she's 9 weeks, and she's picking up on all the things that our 11-year-old does, and it's making life so easy, man. Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's still a lot of work, but I mean, boy, we've skipped stuff. We've had to skip. Well, we've been allowed to skip stuff. Yeah. Anyway, you want a puppy cameo? I think she's asleep right now. During the 24-hour stream tomorrow, 100% she's gonna come hang out on the stream eventually, because I'll have to watch her for a little bit while my wife, you know, goes to work. Yeah, so again, if you just hopped in, tomorrow, or potentially tonight, I'm gonna have a 24-hour study stream. It's kind of cool that your TikToks that didn't do well are the ones that are popping off on the shorts. You know, Instagram Reels have one audience, and then TikToks have another, and then YouTube has another, you know, so it's like, that. I mean, you should repurpose them. You really should. Like, there's no reason not to. So, all of the time-lapse videos from like the sketchbook or like old drawings I have, I'm repurposing them as vertical videos. Disgusting vertical videos. You guys know how I feel about vertical videos. Like, ugh, God. But anyway, I've repurposed them and I've been uploading them as reels, and that's fine, I guess. They're doing alright. I just use them to keep the channels, or to keep like my profiles, like my Instagram and stuff, active to some degree. How's the light catching this? It's okay. So yeah, welcome everybody. These sketches are for the Patreon. Every month, the patrons choose a topic, and I will do some sketch cards, some little 4x6 sketch cards for them, and ship them out. And by ship, I mean I just put them in an envelope, put a stamp on them, and then it'll get to you when it gets to you. That makes sense that you stopped with the shorts if you were actually losing subs. I was wondering why you didn't have a bunch upload. I actually do, like, you know, in the video manager, or I think they call it content manager now. I had like 30 of them because I was dropping them Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's what the schedule was for them. But you know, I was keeping an eye on the analytics and all that, and I had a shit ton of them because I had just repurposed a bunch. as vertical videos, and I uploaded them, I scheduled them, and then you know, as I saw that they were more detrimental to the channel than anything, I just unscheduled all of them. And I was like, yeah, well, it's fine. That's what experimentation's all about. But I'm happy to hear that it's popping off for you. I know you're doing really well on Instagram too, so that's good. Are you gonna repurpose them? Tim, I haven't seen your Instagram lately. Are you repurposing all of those TikToks and YouTube Shorts as Reels on your Instagram? Moss, yeah, 24. Come on, you know we've done quite a few 24-hour streams. I haven't done one in a while. The last time I did one, I remember there was a power outage. I think what would we make it to like hour 14, and then my power went out. You're asking the wrong guy. I don't know what works on social media. Otherwise, I'd have a bigger following than I do now. Actually, I have a good idea. Look, the thing that I've realized with social media and that I've been told by people who are pretty successful in social is consistency is the thing that's going to win no matter what. So it's like if all you have on your page, if all you upload are like sketches and reels of those sketches or time lapses, and everything looks pretty uniform on your page, you should do pretty well. Like I've seen your Instagram, it's all like, you could tell it's all just like one thing focused, right? And that's probably what's helping you a lot. Versus me, I got a bunch of nonsense on mine, which is why my numbers struggle. So I don't see on paper why you upload, like on paper, I don't see that being a bad thing for you to re-upload, you know, those as reels on your IG, honestly. But you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's just what I think, but you know, you don't pay me to think. A lot of you don't pay me at all. Yo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. if you're just hopping in, we are working on some Patreon sketch cards. The topic for this month is Knight Girls, female knights. Topic was chosen by the patrons. As of right, because I have this is for this current month. Now I allow everyone to choose or to vote on the topic for the next month. It looks like Digimon is gonna win the topic for next month. I think anytime I put like anime, it's gonna win. We did it with Hamtaro, we did it with Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm pretty sure any anime topic I put is gonna win that month. Yeah. Oh, did we just get a raid? I appreciate the raid. How's it going? Hub says, personally, when I started on Twitter, I had this mindset of me wanting to blow up or something. It really stressed you out, but eventually I learned that I shouldn't worry about it. And since then, your followership has increased. In summary, the more you think about it, the less you grow, at least in your experience. I mean, there are strategies to growing. There are people whose entire job it is to help people grow their, their following. So, I mean, yeah, I used to be obsessed with it as well, and I'm using the word obsessed. Like, I'd be on it like all the time. That's when I was on that Gary V shit, and yeah, I just didn't enjoy it. I was just like, this is really taking time away from like drawing. It was taking, it was affecting how I was in, how I was enjoying my business, my craft. So it's not like I don't care about numbers. Everyone wants big numbers. The more followers you have, the better chance you are of getting like commissions and sales, which, is good for your everything as an artist, your longevity as an artist. But yeah, it was I was too obsessed with it. So I feel you on that one. I feel you. You're looking who to raid? Half the people. Oh yeah, that's why when I raid somebody, I like to, like, I don't tell people that the stream is gonna end. I usually, we'll be drawing and they'll be like, all right, so then I'll go up here and I'll start looking for someone as I'm still talking. And then once I find somebody, like, I'll copy their name, and then I'll get the raid command ready, and then I'll punch it in, and I'm like, all right, guys, so that's the end of the stream. That's the only way I can keep people for a raid. If I tell people, all right, we're done, let me go find someone to raid, we always lose a hell of people. But no, I appreciate the raid. Thank you. Hope your stream went well. Generic question, but still true. What were you working on today? What's everyone working on today, by the way? I'll hit this with some Copics real quick when we're all done with them. Like, I'll let the ink dry. Just a quick like cell shade on the pass with the Copics, just to give it a little bit more, so it's not just flat black and white. Anatomy studying. Fun times. Oh, you have a new artwork you're working on? Twitter is really hard to blow up from. Well, I mean, I don't know. One of the things that makes it easy on me once I realized was, I was taking it very personally, right? Trying to grow on social. When at the end of the day, it is the opposite of personal. It has a lot to do with luck, honestly. And you've seen the stuff that people like on there. So why should it bother you if they don't like your stuff? You know what I mean? Like, your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Yeah, so yes, you want to grow, but don't take it personally. Aaron says your screen view looks so movie-like. Well, I appreciate that. I am a bit of a film nerd, which is why the newest episode of my YouTube series is out. I would appreciate anybody. I dropped the link in the Twitch chat, but if you're in the YouTube chat, you can just head on over to the channel and you can check out the newest episode that I have. Anyway, I am shooting. Both of these are 35mm lenses, and I just think it looks nicer. And then I'm not gonna lie, you see these black bars on the top and the bottom? Those are artificial black bars, obviously, right? So I have that 2:3:9 aspect ratio. But the only reason I put those black bars there was when I set my camera up most of the time, because we're working in a sketchbook. It's very wide, right? So I don't want my face to cover, and this is just like the technical stuff behind my stream. Like, I don't want the sketchbook to get covered by my face, so I have to have it like right here. And then I had all this dead space at the top and the bottom. I was like, what do I do? How do I get this camera to work? And I was just like, oh, I know. Just cover it up, you know? Otherwise you'd see like wires and stuff. Yeah. No shade on them Twitter artists, but I don't like 90% of most art on Twitter. I have a very specific taste in art. Yeah, you know, everyone likes different stuff. It's the same reason why, I don't know. It is what it is. It's to the point where I don't even have anything to say about it. I'm just like, yeah, that's where I'm at. Oh, so you guys know I'm going to a music festival this weekend. My first music festival of the year. I literally have not been to a music festival since last October. You guys remember how hard I was going on festivals last year? I was just like, I'm gonna celebrate this year. I'm gonna live it up. Because back when I was traveling for cons, I didn't get to go to a lot of them. So last year I was just like, I'm gonna fucking live it up. My wife hated it. Anyway, so this weekend is the first one I'll be going to in over a year. And they had an open art call where they're like, anyone who wants to make like fan art of the artists who are playing, we're gonna have like big monitors at the festival where we'll display all the fan art. And so I did one, and they DM'd me today, and they're like, oh, this is cool, can we put it up in the app and all that? And I was like, oh, hell yeah, you can. Shit. I think you find God tier art on Twitter, but again, that's just you. You could find God tier art anywhere. It's more about, is the whatever website or application that you're on, is it gonna let you see it? Every platform has God tier artists, but it's more about, are you gonna be able to see it? Because you know how those algorithms do these motherfuckers around here. So for everyone who just hopped into the stream, we are working on some little Patreon sketch cards. They are 4x6 ink sketches that I ship straight to the patrons. They're just little fun things I like to do. It keeps me busy, and The Patreon's not going to get too huge, so these are just nice, fun little things we like to do monthly. And the topics are always chosen by the patrons. And so the topic that they chose for this one was female knights. Last month we had Yu-Gi-Oh! That was fun. And it looks like next month, on the poll that I put up in the Patreon, it looks like Digimon's gonna win next month. So that one's gonna be hella fun. No, there's god tier artists, and I'm not making a joke. Every platform, like if you search long enough on any platform, you'll find god tier artists on there. Unavailable, you don't draw, can you still be here? You can do whatever you want. You could have any beer you want, as long as it's a Corona. What kind of pen is that? You could command pen. It's just a Pentel brush pen. Tim says, don't piss off artists on Twitter or they'll sick their fans on you. God damn it. Hold on. I have to keep my phone handy. Whoops. I have to keep my phone handy in case my wife needs my help. We got a puppy, a new puppy, like a week and a half ago. So we have to like tag team taking care of her. What do you consider to be a god tier artist on Twitter? There's no like definition of like what, you know, it's just someone who's really good at whatever specific kind of art they do. You've seen this one art page that does funny stick figure comics and they're very successful from it. All you gotta be good at art to be popular is be... No, everyone knows that. That's why I said earlier, you've seen what people like. You've seen the kind of things that people like and follow, because like Instagram and Twitter, they're not art websites. They're not like, you can use it as an artist, but it's not an art website. So most of the eyes that you get there probably aren't other artists. So like, when you see somebody who's uploading like shenanigans and they're getting a lot of like attention, well, it's because people see it and they're having fun with it. You know, for the most part, people use general social media apps for entertainment. That's what it is. And I feel like the normal person, the layman, the non-artist, they're not gonna get as much of a kick out of watching a short of us drawing, like doing figure drawings, versus somebody who has a short where they're dancing and they get kicked in the nuts. Like, you know? Oh, bro, do you feel this music? Well, you have good taste. It's like that everywhere though. Like, you know, for those who don't know, I used to be full time in the artist alley at conventions, and one of the things that always bothered me was, let's call it what it is. A lot of art in the artist alley is not good. It's very sellable, but not necessarily good. But then that raises the question. I mean, like, no, we're not gonna raise that question anyway. Yeah. I don't know. Just who cares, man? Who gives a fuck about these numbers? Who gives a shit. You drive yourself crazy with that, man. I mean, like, some companies care about those numbers, but I'm talking about, don't lose sleep over that shit. Yeah, this is the extra fine Pentel brush pen. So in my latest YouTube episode, it's me at TwitchCon. I had an artist table at TwitchCon a couple weeks ago, but I also had I was part of a panel. It wasn't my panel, it was a group of artists panel, and my buddy was running it. And one of the questions that, because you know, with a panel you have the presentation, then there's a Q&A section at the end. Somebody actually specifically asked about how to stop comparing yourself to other people, you know. And I was just like, you know, you can't stop comparing yourself to other people. That's like a ridiculous thing to ask. But there is a healthy way and an unhealthy way to do it. You know, there's a productive and a destructive way to do it. But to just straight up say, nah, don't compare yourself to other people, that's some hot bullshit. Like, as humans, you can't stop that. I mean, like, I'm sure you can, to some degree, not care about it. Like, I don't really care that much. But when I see somebody's art, I'm just like, yo, that's pretty badass. And I'll be like, all right, how the fuck they do that? That's how I approach it. But, you know, some people are just like, oh my god, that's so good, I'm gonna go fucking kill myself. You know, like, don't do that. A sci-fi soldier, huh? Sci-fi. Are you gonna lean towards like space armor, or more like Earth style armor with like a bunch of pockets and like pouches and shit? Tim says, I forgot where you've seen it, but an Instagram account that had a large following was claiming someone else's artwork as theirs because of the followers. Everyone assumed it belonged to the thief. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, like I've said this so many times, if I didn't need social to push my artwork for my job, because this is my full-time gig, right? If I didn't need it for this, yeah, you guys would never see me. I wouldn't have a Facebook. I probably wouldn't even have a smartphone. No, wait, I had to play Pokemon Go, so I do need a smartphone. But nah, yeah, I wouldn't even have the apps on them, for real. Brody says it's impossible not to compare. Yeah, exactly. It's just human nature, you know. anyone who says that they don't compare, I mean, they're either lying or they do it in a way where they don't feel bad about themselves. So they're just like, I'm not really comparing, I'm more observing, you know? So however they want to put it. There's the healthy way and then the unhealthy way to do it, so. Hub says that's very true. Your way to healthily, not a word, compare myself from other people was to understand you have your own identity. But I'm just like, come on, we grown ass people. You got other things going on in your life. Like you got if you have a family to take care of, you got a dog to take care of. You know, just wanting to get better at art should keep your brain busy enough so you don't have time to be browsing online and worrying about that kind of shit. I'm talking about? That's that shit where like you're too busy looking at your neighbor's new satellite dish. You know what I'm talking about? You're like, oh shit, check that out. He's got a new car. I want a new car. Yeah, and I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I used to be like that. But you know, I've been drawing for 10 years now, exactly 10 years as of September. And I think the first big chunk of that I was burying myself in that hole where I was just like, "Oh my god, am I ever going to be as good?" You know, like fucking freaking out all the time, and that's no bueno. So if you guys, you know, eventually move past that, your life will be a lot better. Over, what's up? Overpower, what's going on? Yeah. You're saying, blah, 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 blah. Truth is majority don't care if somebody's stealing your art. Nah, nobody cares. It's the Twitter mob. Just because everyone could voice their opinions, they think their opinions matter. You love brushes, inking with a brush is the cool. Yo, brush pens are my favorite. I know that a few weeks ago I said I was gonna take a break from them just so I could try different mediums or different tools rather, and I was just like, Nah, this is my favorite. This is my favorite thing to use. Why am I gonna deprive myself of the thing that I like to use, you know? Tyson, you gotta just you just gotta uninstall it, man. You just gotta get rid of it. I just because you guys know I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So do you guys remember a couple months ago I downloaded Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and I put like almost 50 hours in it in 1 week and I was just like, oh hell no, this is bad. Because I didn't know Steam. I didn't know that Steam keeps track of your playtime on any particular game. So that so I was just playing it like nonstop. I was in my brain. I was just like, well, I'm just do a round here or there. When you know, I finish a sketch. I'll go and do I'll do a round or two. I'll finish a sketch, do a round or two. By the time it was done, on my first week of having it, I was just like, oh Jesus Christ, how much time did I put on that bitch? So I just had to get rid of it, man. That's it. Like you trying to lose weight, you better throw away all that junk food. You know what I mean? So like I'm not trying to call you out, but if you have already identified what it is that's causing you to procrastinate, I don't know, man. I don't know why you still got it then. Unless it doesn't bother you. Unless you're like, nah, I like this game. Fuck off. That's cool too. I love video games. I just don't play them a lot. For that reason, I have a very addictive personality. So if I find a game that I like, even okay, like I'm obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh, but like even if it's not Yu-Gi-Oh, if I find a game I like, I'm just gonna do that shit all day, and I'll justify it in my brain like a fucking drug addict. Well, you know, I work hard, I can play this. Nah, you know what I mean? The sci-fi soldier you're drawing are from a comic you're working on. Oh, sweet. So you have the designs down already. Boob armor. I don't care what anyone says. Do, do any of you have that issue? It doesn't have to be video games, could be kind of like anything. Like if you find a good anime. Now, it's different if like you're enjoying it and you don't deem it as irresponsible because everyone has their own priorities, right? For me, when I play a video game, like I almost can't even enjoy it because I'm sitting there just like, yeah, this is cool, but I got a business to run. I gotta draw, you know? So it's called being sponsible. It's called being sponsible. Oh, it's research. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all research. See, I'm gonna be drawing this is business, Chris. You know, you don't understand. I'm gonna be drawing some girls in some knight armor, right? So I'm gonna download this game, and they have armor in it. So therefore, this is research. I'll write this game off on my taxes because it's for the business. It's research. The IRS understands. Yeah, absolutely. When I travel to a new city for a convention and, I write off a bunch of cigarettes on my taxes, the IRS needs to understand that without them cigarettes, I won't be able to stay awake. I can't do my job. The only reason I'm here, and the only reason I'm in New York is because I'm here for work. I gotta buy these $16 packs of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Look, all I'm saying is, if millionaires can write off $10,000 lunches on their taxes, I could write off a pack of cigarettes if I fucking felt like it. I know, right? My deductions go wild, man. My deductions go hard as fuck. You have this thing where every faction in the world building is identified by a color and an identity. They are blue, and it looks like SWAT soldiers. But their design varies, right? Not just the color, the design varies, I would assume. Do we have any not to change the topic, but my wife does not watch Doctor Who, so I have nobody to talk to about this. Does anyone here watch Doctor Who? Write-offs. Write-offs are hella sick, dude. I talked to an artist who is much older than me, has much more experience than me, and he's just like when he goes on a trip, basically not work related trip, right? If you could fit it in somewhere that you went to like an art museum or something, so even if you bought like a ticket and you don't go to the museum, he's just like, well, technically now it's a research business trip and you could write off everything. And I was like, fuck, dude, like, goddamn. Like you go to LA for like a weekend of fun or something, and then like you take your family to LA or whatever, you go have some fun, and he's just like, you just buy like one ticket to like a museum, just find the cheapest like art museum, buy one ticket, and then you could write off everything you guys do the whole trip. I was just like, all right, man, that's cool. But yeah, officially I'm not responsible if you do that to the IRS. I'm just telling you a story that somebody told me. I actually officially, legally, I think I have to say this, officially, legally, I can't recommend you guys do that. The only thing I can recommend for you guys is to go check out my online shop, where I do have prints of my new every League of Legends character drawing, available in 2 sizes. Free shipping in the US. I'm gonna drop a link to the Twitch chat where you can pick one of those up. No, see, what you just did there doesn't make sense. You told Alexa to stop recording. You know that bitch ain't gonna stop recording. Nothing. Never. Just think about graham crackers, and you're just gonna get ads for graham crackers. Since Halloween is upon us, do share some horror stories. I don't really have any horror stories. I've just been, you know, I've told all my stories, all my convention stories. I've told them all already, and I just, you know, I haven't been back out there, so I don't really have any new stories to tell. Yeah, I've gotten to that point in my life where I'm like, oh, I've already told all my stupid exciting stories. I don't believe in paranormal stuff. Until a ghost appears in front of me and is just like, yo, boo. I don't know when it happened, because I used to be a little bitch about that stuff. I used to be real worried about like things that go bump in the night, like the dark. I know as humans we have like an inherent not fear, more of like a concern of the dark, because like there could be predators or whatever in there. But now I don't get freaked out about that stuff anymore. Too worried. I'm too concerned trying not to get canceled on Twitter. The bullshit that I say. Burp. I appreciate all the views today. You've had too much sleep. Oh, sleep paralysis. Yo, I get sleep paralysis, but I also have pretty bad sleep apnea. Really bad sleep apnea. Basically, I have zero REM, not zero, but like I'm basically living off like no REM sleep since I was like 13. I just Red Bulls and G Fuel, and you know what I'm talking about, like. No, sleep paralysis is sleep paralysis is just kind of like where you can't really move, but you are conscious, but you're kind of like still asleep. Like your body's asleep, but like you're aware, you know, and you can't move, and you also can't control your breathing. Sleep apnea is more of like it's like a hard medical condition where often it comes from being overweight, where either your tongue will start sliding further back, or maybe you have just like a little bit too much thickness here, and it makes it hard for you to breathe at night, so you end up snoring. So that's why people who have sleep apnea snore really, really, really loud. And as because it's so hard to breathe, you'll often kind of just not breathe. I went to a sleep clinic, and they did determine that sometimes I would go like 40 seconds without breathing. I'll be like, and then I'll go like 30-40 seconds, and all of a sudden my body will like go take a deep old breath, like a crazy deep breath, and that's where the snoring comes from. So if you ever go around somebody who has bad sleep apnea, they look like they're drowning in their sleep. Yeah. The worst that I have, which happens quite often, is I have like a combo of sleep paralysis and sleep apnea, where like the sleep paralysis part is like you're conscious, but you're not really in control of what your body is doing. So like you're kind of able to see kind of what's going on, or your eyes are closed, but you're just like, but then you can't really breathe because of your apnea. So I will be aware for like half a minute that I'm not breathing, and it doesn't matter what I do. Anyway, that's my nighttime. That's my life. How's everybody's life? I don't have I don't sleepwalk, thankfully. Imagine having like that sleep paralysis, but also sleepwalking, where it's just like you're aware of everything, and you're walking and you can't stop it. Oh, fuck all that, dude. The only thing that I don't know about y'all, but you know, we're all grown ass people here. So the only thing that helps me manage my sleep apnea is not eating past like 3 p.m. I've that's why I do intermittent fasting. But like I have tested out so many things, and I come to realize that as long as I'm exercising and I time when I eat, that's the only thing that works for me. Yeah. Dude, sleepwalk ended up in a sewer. That's fucking nuts, dude. That's fucking crazy. If you are diagnosed to be sleepwalking, like you're diagnosed that you do sleepwalk, and then you walk out into the road and then you cause like a 5-car pileup, you're not responsible for that, are you? Like, you knew you sleepwalk. Why'd you sleep? You handcuff yourself to the bed. I didn't watch Moon Knight, but isn't that what he does to prevent himself from leaving? I think I would do something like that too, where I would have to restrain myself, because that's freaky. I'd be like, all right, look, this is the day I'm gonna put my hand in the air fryer. You know what I mean? Like, guys, thank you for all the views. I appreciate it. I appreciate it almost as much as I would appreciate you guys clicking on the link for my new YouTube episode that came out. That episode follows me at my artist table at TwitchCon and my artist panel at TwitchCon. So if you're interested in seeing that, link is dropped into the Twitch chat. Why isn't my phone dinging? I'm supposed to be on call in case my wife needs help, and she just texted me and I missed it. Uh-oh. BRB. I'm gonna go check on the wife. So I'm gonna go check on on the wife. She needs help with the puppy right now. But I found something really, really awesome. I was gonna share it with you guys later, but I'll do it right now since I have to go run and check on my wife. It's this 1-minute ad. You all know what to do. I'll see you in a minute. All right, it's all good. So if you are in the YouTube section, I have started a YouTube membership, which is 99 cents a month, and you get custom emotes, and I will give a verbal shout out to anyone who is part of the YouTube membership. A verbal shout out on every stream. Yeah. Debbie, cool inking. Hey, thank you. Yeah, we're just these are our Patreon sketch cards. They're little 4x6 sketches, just a lot of fun. Mainly because the topics are chosen by the patrons themselves. That's what makes these really fun. So the topic that was chosen for this one is female knights. Next month, last month we did Yu-Gi-Oh monsters, and it looks like next month, based on what the poll looks like, Digimon is gonna win. I just don't see Digimon losing because it's so far ahead in the Patreon polls right now. So the next one that we do when we do these sketch cards next month will be Digimon. That's gonna be hella fun. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, you know, like I said, I am trying to revive the YouTube channel, and okay, we got a lot of new people here. Okay, it's the last thing I'm gonna plug to you guys, but I don't make dumb goofy videos. I actually put a lot of effort into the stuff I make, which is why I don't upload as often as like maybe I would like. Yeah, I have a YouTube series that follows me at conventions. So this is the most recent one at TwitchCon. I had a panel at TwitchCon. It follows me setting up my table. I talk about like setting up my display and what sells, what doesn't sell, the cost of traveling. Um, I have I have a lav mic, which allows me to pick up conversations I have with other artists that I meet on the other side of the table. There's a lot of really cool information that I put out there, and as time goes on, I've really learned to appreciate. This is episode 91. The first episode I put out was this is like an 8-year-old series now. So yeah, I think it's really cool. I think it's really interesting, and other people do too. So anyway, just letting y'all know that that's a thing. You hate FedEx. This is the second day they were not able to deliver your arcade cabinet because you live on. That is their reason? That's some bullshit reason. What are you talking about? You can't get it to the 3rd floor. Like this is your job. Like your only job is to deliver stuff to people, and you just won't do it. That's like going to McDonald's and they're just like, yo, check it out. The fries they're like all the way in the freezer. I can't go all the way to the freezer right now because it's just like a little too far. My feet hurt a little bit, so I just can't get you your fries right now. Like, now why are you laughing? That's what it is. Like their only job is to deliver stuff. Yeah. The magnet idea is super dope. Been using it. I'm actually, because middle of November I will be at Anime NYC in New York, and I'm going to be trying out a new setup over there because I can't bring my pro panels because I'm flying for that one. So I'm actually trying a new setup for that, and I have to solo that show. Normally I bring my friend with me. Anytime I go to a big show, I like to bring helpers with me, so I like to bring my friend because he knows my product really well, and he's a big dude, so he's strong, so we can like carry stuff. It's not anyway. So yeah, speaking of which, sometimes I look at these little people, not little people, but like these smaller individuals who go to cons, and they're carrying these giant cases, and I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know how you guys carry this heavy shit, because like I'm lugging like a 75-pound like golf bag full of stuff, and I'm just like, whew, this is kind of tiring. But I'm like 210 pounds, right? That's not a big deal. But like you get like a little Asian chick who's like 4'5", 4'5", and she's like 4 bags. I was like, dude. Oh, see, Devi says delivery people are always supposed to deliver to the bottom of the establishment. See, I don't know the rules and regulations to that stuff. I have never lived. Whoa, I have never lived on the non-floor. Like the non-first floor of a place. I know that if you live in a bigger city, that's like different because usually the first floor is dedicated towards like mail and stuff. But damn. I lived in Chicago, I've lived in Santa Cruz. Holy shit, I've never thought about that. I've never lived on like a higher floor. I've helped people move who live on higher floors. That shit sucks. So Malcolm, what are they gonna do if, like, let's say, because like what they attempt to deliver what, like 3 times and then they send it back kind of thing, or let's say they do that, what are you gonna do? Or if they leave it on like the bottom floor, how the fuck you gonna get that up there? You have to call for some help. Remix, what's going on? Yeah, I think everybody here is doing all right. So I actually have a little date night with the wife tonight, so it's gonna be cool. We're just gonna hang out. It's gonna be, you guys know I don't take a lot of time off anymore. Like, I just don't, right? So I actually haven't really seen my wife. Like we pass each other because she works from home. Work from home, so we pass each other in the hallway and stuff, but like we don't really hang out anymore. So I made sure, I was just like, oh, I have a 24-hour stream coming up, so I want to have like a little date night tonight. So we were trying to figure out like what does Chris want to cook tonight, right? So I was just like, what do I want to do? And then I was just like, how about breakfast for dinner? Because we grown ass adults and we can eat whatever we want. So we are so hyped. Boy, we gonna have some eggs, some fucking sausage, ham, some hash browns, and I'm gonna cook some pancakes. I'm gonna take some, if you guys aren't part of the Discord, I'm gonna drop a link in the Twitch chat. If you have not seen my pancakes, they are perfect. They are perfectly circular. I'm gonna put up some pictures of the pancakes I cooked tonight. Do you know that scene at the beginning of Taken where Liam Neeson is like, he's taping the gift and he's so precise about it? That's me with my pancakes. I have a particular set of skills that make these circular pancakes. Also, the non-stick skillet I have is fire, so. Breakfast for dinner is where it's at. Yeah, man, we grown ass people who do what we want. Like when we were brainstorming what to have, we were planning to go all fancy. We're like, let's get some Indian food. Let's do this. Let's do that. How about we order in for this? And we're like, we just go to Whole Foods, you know, and get some white people steaks, you know. And I was just like, how about breakfast? And we're just like, that's it right there. Malcolm, are you planning to do another fast anytime soon? Or in the future, near future? Do you plan when you do your 100-day fast, Malcolm? Do you plan it, or are you gonna, or are you like, oh well, I don't feel very good, I think it's just time, and then you do it like the next day or 2 or 3? Or are you like, all right, so in about 2 weeks I'm gonna do this, so you start like prepping? So I told you I had to skip out on my Spartan race, my little triple Spartan race I had. It was supposed to be this past weekend. Then you guys know I've been talking about it a lot. I've been so hyped for it, and I've been working out really fucking hard for it. Honestly, best shape I've ever been in my life. I'm 30 something. I'm in my mid 30s. I'm either 34 or 35. I genuinely can't remember. Anyway, but this is the best conditioning I've ever been in my life. Not the most aesthetic I've ever been, but anyway. So some family stuff happened, so I had to dip out on it, and since I dipped out on it, I went into fat mode, and I've just been eating garbage for like 2 weeks now. I mean, like, mad garbage, yeah. All right, Toxic. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Oh, you take pictures of your pancakes? I take pictures of the food that I'm like, wow, this is aesthetic AF. You have a question with the inking it like you did? What if the dark part and the hair part are in the same dark area? How can you separate them? Or do you still paint them all black? I kind of just eyeball it. Because I use a lot of spot blacks. And as long as you could tell, as long as you could read it, basically that is, hey, thank you for the follow. But as long as you can read it, that's kind of the only thing that matters. Sometimes that means having to apply more black to certain areas. Sometimes it means having to pull out the old whiteout, which I have whiteout pens. I don't really use them a lot. But I mean, if you have to, you have to. Basically, you just have to try and make it readable. And that, honestly, that comes down to style, because you'll see a lot of different artists use spot blacks different ways. I don't know how to describe it, honestly. It's just, well, what's the word? Instinctually do it, yeah. But basically, as long as you could read it, that's cool. Otherwise, if it gets too crazy, you just have to hit it with some color and use the color to separate the shapes. Moss says, I did for Instagram. You posted your morning pancake every day with the text, Rise and Grind Gamers. And lately, you've been into filming. So you made a bunch of time lapses of pancake making. Hey man, people love watching food. The highest praise you can get for posting food content, whether it's a food video or specifically, or I mean, especially a food drawing, the ultimate compliment you can get is, yo, this made me hungry. Yeah. But yeah, Gashami, yeah, basically you can just try different things out. Here, let me pull up something for you. This is not a plug, by the way. This is not an ad. I'm actually going to pull up something helpful. Oh, it's only going to show up in the Twitch chat. Boo. You know, I'll drop it into the YouTube chat. But yeah, Notan art, you could look that up. And if you see the way a lot of people use pure black and white, or that Notan style, you practice that a little bit and you'll start to kind of get an eyeball for it, and then you can start applying it into more detailed work, because a lot of people who use Notan style, they do it in very simple kind of drawings, but you could still apply that like what we're doing here. You could apply that to more complicated stuff later, but if you want like a little reference, you could look up Notan style art. Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks, Ark, thanks for the follow. Coffee art is really cool too. I find that fascinating. So like if you look at, and we're still talking about using spot blacks. If you look at what Kim Jong-gi did, um there's a lot of that Notan style in what he does when he uses black ink. I don't think any I don't think anyone was. We're not going to talk about it too much, but I mean, I'm assuming there's some kind of underlying condition there. As somebody who traveled for work, flying a lot, it takes a heavy toll on your body. And you know, him and the whole Super Annie group are just traveling all the time, and they're drawing, and they're doing live streams, and he's doing performance art all the time. There's no way that man wasn't tired, you know. So maybe there was some kind of underlying condition we didn't know about. We're never gonna know probably, but might have been sudden to us, but I would wager maybe not that sudden for the people close to him. Like they're like, you know what I mean? And he was a very tough man. Like I went to a panel, excuse me, I went to a lecture. I've been to 2 Kim Jong-gi lectures, and one of them that I went to, he was doing a live drawing and he was talking about how tired he was, and then people told him that he should take, you know, he could take like a 5-minute break. And I think we've seen this a couple of times in some of his live performances, and he just refuses. He's just like, nah, it's just, I'm fine. Like, yeah. It's that same mentality that I have about drawing, because prior to drawing, you know, I worked manual labor. So a lot of the times, like tomorrow, we're doing a 24-hour live stream. It's a study stream, and a lot of, like, if you tune in tomorrow, a lot of people are gonna say stuff like, every time we do a 24-hour stream, we're gonna get people in the chat who will say something like, "Dude, this is ridiculous. It's too much work. Like, you need to take a break. Or, like, this is nuts." And I'm just like, it's just drawing. There's nothing here that's harder than doing manual labor. So, I get that mindset, but at the same time, man, if your body needs a break, you should give it a break. I've been so much better about taking care of my body. Not the past 2 weeks and all the junk food, but in overall, I've been better about taking care of my body and getting rest when I need it. Before, I used to be like, nah, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You know, I used to be like that. Yo, the junk food has been top tier. I've been going in on Doritos. We made a lasagna the other day. My mouth is like watering. How could you hear me go? I've just tried like every flavor of Dorito that I've always wanted to try. Going hard on some hash browns, bro. Fucking, what else? What else I've been going hard on? Chocolate. So I've told this story on stream many times, but since we have some new people, oh, yo, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Token says, you're going for your daily walk in a bit. to work on your health. We discovered heart disease in you. Oh, geez. You can, okay, you can't reverse it, but you can maintain it. Hey, do what you gotta do. Go get that exercise, you know? I wish you the best with all that. And my family has, I have a Filipino family, and very, very susceptible to heart issues and diabetes, just because the Filipino diet, assuming you're able to eat if you live in the Philippines, if you're the fortunate Filipino that gets to eat, you know, it is mostly just garbage. Let's call it what it is. It really, like, it's delicious garbage. But yeah, so most Filipino families have some kind of heart issues and diabetes issues. So that's one of the reasons I try, oh, damn it, I fucked this up. I try and stay in pretty good shape, because I've seen so many family members. Have you ever seen that where they have to get open heart surgery and they cut a big ass vein out of your leg? You know what I'm talking about? I have like 3 uncles who went through that, and I was like, nah, son, I'm good. I'm gonna take care. I'm gonna go for this run. Yeah. It's true. The point of going hard all the time, if you're just gonna pass young, that's that Chris Farley mentality, where he was just like, go all out. You're here for a good time, not a long time. You know, I respect. You got to respect everyone who does it their own way, no matter what way it is. This is something that I've learned, you know, as I mature. As a, not I'm not mature, but I have matured over time. You know, interacting with a lot of artists and then rewatching my old episodes and kind of listening to myself ramble on about, you know, the grind and stuff like that. And the artists that I've interacted with, everyone does it their own way, but ultimately, everyone does it differently, but ultimately you just have to respect somebody who does it their own way, you know? There was a period of time where I was just like, nah, I ain't getting past 40. I'm gonna go super hard, and then hopefully I could find some peace. Now, to be fair, my ass should have OD'd a long time ago with how hard I was going, so I'm very fortunate, but you're young enough that your heart grew its own bypasses. Damn. We all don't take care of our bodies. Gashami says we all don't take care of our bodies, which... Oh, excuse me. We all don't take care of our bodies. We think we're fine until it collapses. We don't know what will happen next. Yeah. That's all it is, man. Like, you could even feel fine, right? And even then, you could be like, well, I'm going too hard. I'm going to take a break or slow down a little bit. And even then, that might not be enough, and you won't know until it's too late, you know? So... But yeah, so how you said sometimes junk food is necessary. I'm not gonna lie. Because like I said, I was prepping for a 2-day obstacle course event, and you know, I've been on an incredibly strict diet, and I was working out all the time, and I you know, I was strong, I was fit. And when I say was, it was only like, this was like a week and a half ago. It was like 2 weeks ago. But now that I've loaded up on like a lot of that quote junk food, dude, I feel stronger. Like, I'm a tank right now. Like, I haven't lost any of my stamina. If anything, my strength has gone up, you know? So yeah, sometimes you just need to do it and you'll feel better. You're gonna head out? All right, Token, yeah. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming through. You threw away Fritos during this conversation? Oh man, as healthy as I want to be, I grew up with some immigrant Asians, and my parents taught me not to waste food. So even when I'm like hardcore, this is why I can't have bad food in the house when I'm trying to, you know, when I'm trying to do stuff, because like I will not allow my wife to throw stuff away. I'm just like, no, I don't give a fuck. She's like, but we're gonna clean up our diet tomorrow. Do you want this in the house? I'm like, nah, I'm gonna eat it tonight. Like, what you think? Anyway, so for my fellow artists out there, I know the whole staying up late and grinding. I do that. I still do that, but you gotta do it responsibly. I'm a pretty fit person, so I feel like I'm able to kind of do those late night 14-hour workday kind of things quite often, but not all the time. And there's some people who don't take care of themselves who do that shit all the time, and I'm just like, hey man, that's cool, but don't complain when you got to go to the hospital. You have to purge the house right before. What all can I cook at? Basically, right? You're just like, look, I can't throw this food away. I wasn't brought up like that, and I'm not built like that. So basically, what I have to do is waste the food by eating all of it at one time. Cause it's a waste because one, it's more of a chore than anything. It sets you back right before you start. It's not like you're saving money, you know what I mean? It's just a stupid thing that I do. Anyway. You're a corrections officer. Is stuff on the heart? Oh, jeez. That's one of those jobs that when you just take home with you all the time, right? I have a buddy who works, he's like a social worker, and he deals with a lot of like drug addicts, and he meets with them a lot, and he talks with them, and he's seen people OD. He has to meet with people on the street, and he stress eats because, I mean, to do that job and have the level of empathy that he has is incredibly taxing. So like anyone who has a job that they take home with them like that, it's fucking nuts, man. More power to everyone who can like thrive a normal life and do that kind of work, you know. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You're gonna pull an all-nighter to finish a piece you were working on, but damn, did you fatigue hit you hard? But you know, as creatives, there's also that part where you kind of have to be responsible with it, where you're just like, even if you physically could stay up, is drawing that piece while you're hella tired, is that even gonna look as good? You know, is that even gonna look as good as if you're just like, all right, look, I'm tired, I gotta be responsible, I'm gonna call it, but I'm gonna set my alarm in like 5 hours and then wake up and get right back to it. That is harder. That takes more discipline than just being like, I ain't gonna sleep at all. Oh yeah, all right, I got another hour in me, let's go. You know what I mean? Like that, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it takes more discipline to be like, all right, I gotta call it, and then wake up at the appropriate time and take care of business. You set your alarm as soon as it goes off. All right, you turn it right off and put another one on for an hour later. I stopped using the alarm on my phone because I think it stopped working on me after a while. So now I set the alarm on my watch. And for some reason, just changing where the alarm came from helps me. I don't know, some weird shit. That's like first world problem shit, but it works for me. Or even worse, the alarm on my phone goes off, I wake up, and instead of getting up, I start playing on my phone. You know, suck it. You wake up right before. Okay, well, that's that thing where it's like if you've had the same schedule for so long, then you kind of just, your body's gonna, like, if you have the same schedule for long enough, and you're gonna know, your body's gonna know like when to wake up. And I'm excited. My first full day off is on Saturday. So hyped for it. But in order to get to that day off on Saturday, we do have a 24-hour stream that I have to accomplish tomorrow. I might even start it tonight if I can get some sleep in. But basically, we'll be doing a 24-hour stream of studying bugs. I've never studied bugs in the past. I've studied a lot of animals. I've never, ever thought about studying bugs. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of new information for everybody. Is my wife texting me? Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the views we've been getting lately. Our average numbers going up real well these days. Yeah. I think we just sleep until the body has enough. You will wake up right away. You will feel more comfortable than being forced by someone. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's that. Thanks for the follow. There's that balance, right, where you're just like, I need to get enough rest so that my body can perform, but at the same time, I got hella shit to do, so I can't be sleeping that much. So sometimes you can't. You know, I'm a big believer these days of making sure you get rest. But there's always that middle ground where you're just like, all right, we got shit to do. That's enough. Let's go. So many questions. What sparked wanting? Oh, that question's not for me. Ooh, we're at the last one for the day. One thing that has been bothering you about the art program you went through in grade school is that they kind of forced realism into your head that it's actually a bit hard for you to break it and do simpler styles. Oh, well, I mean, style is just exaggerated realism, which is why they, everyone, even if you ask me, I did a shit ton of hyper realism, both like painting and like charcoal work and digital painting when I first started. Just and even now, like when I do studies of like anatomy and gesture and stuff, that is realism. That's realistic stuff. And you do need that as like the foundation because like realism before you could do style you have to understand what's considered no style, and no style is realism, is real life, right? So it's good that they drill that into you, but if you're having a hard time like getting out of it, I don't know. I think what would I do in that situation if I had trouble getting out of it? I guess I would just go and do one for one copies or studies of like really exaggerated stuff like anime, like one for one studies, one for one copies of that. And eventually that stuff will start seeping into the way you draw, and then you could just apply your realistic knowledge to that. And then you'll study other stuff and study other stuff, and you'll take little things from this, little things from that, and over time that's how you'll develop your style. Yeah. But yeah, having a strong understanding of realism, like your problem of being too into realism, is better than the opposite, where you know people hop into stylistic art first and then they don't bother learning realism. I think you're in the better side of that than the other side. Yeah. Oh, Leafy, thank you. Yeah, for anyone who's hopping in, we are working on some fun little Patreon sketch cards. These are just little 4x6 ink sketches that I ship to my patrons. Thought I had a Patreon button on my little pad here. I don't. Anyway. Yeah, so the topic for this month is female knight, and that was chosen by the patrons. Next month, it's going to be Digimon. Last month was Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. That one was hella fun. I think it's the most fun I've ever had doing my my Patreon sketches. I have some leftovers. I have some leftovers from last month because I just kept drawing and I wasn't keeping track of how many. So I just kept on going. And yeah, so those are really fun. Oh, this one right here? That might have been the one I put the most effort into, because now, you know, as the session goes on, I'm just like, all right, are we done yet? Can we move on? Can we go now? I might go back and add in little details to all the armor. Yeah, it was supposed to be like knight armor, right? But the first one is starting to look more mech, like space suit, which is why I kind of pulled back on the other ones. That's fun. Oh, bitch, get in there. We're gonna slap a little bit of Copic on them. Nothing crazy. Just something really light, really washed out. But it'll give my patrons just a little something extra in their drawing, right? Instead of just sending them a black and white piece. The boob armor has been your personal favorite choices of these sketches. Yo, we talked about it earlier. I don't care. I like boob armor. All right, so let's see. What do I have refills for, ink wise? Okay. Oh, I appreciate that sub. Thank you so much. Y'all help keep the lights on, you know. So everyone who has subbed or cheered or donated or whatever, I do appreciate that. You guys help. Whoops. You guys do help keep the lights on. In the same way how today's sponsor helps keep the lights on. DeviantArt is the sponsor of the Twitch portion of today's live stream. I'm part of a sponsorship program made for Twitch art streamers called the DeviantArt Collective. I'm going to drop a link in the chat for you right now where you can get some information and go apply. Basically, they'll pay you to stream. They give you opportunities like other than getting you jobs, which they do hook it up with. They give you opportunities to create educational content for the actual website itself. I've done an anatomy tutorial and a hands tutorial for DeviantArt. They've been supporting the channel for over... They've been supporting the channel for over a year and a half. So if you guys like what we do here, DeviantArt plays a big part as to why we could do that full time. All right, so we are going to hit this with some Copics, but I gotta help my wife with something real quick first. The dog threw up, so un momento, I shall return. Which one do I like the best? I don't know. I think the helmet on this one's really fun. Or this one or that one? I don't know, I like her overall, like, look. Oh, but this one's cool. Looks like Black Luster Soldier. Oh, but this helmet's cool. I think I'm pretty happy with all of them. But I'll pick this one, because I like the helmet. Gonna refill the ink, and then we should be able to shotgun the rest of these, and then we'll probably call it. Hope everyone's having a good day. Which is your favorite? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's how we'll number it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2? 8? They do look quite similar, 2 and 8. 7? Yeah, this one's bad, right? 2 and 5. 6. Oh, I actually like that there's a wide variety of the ones y'all like. Because if it was universally just like, if everyone just kind of like the same one, then I would know that I'd be like, oh man, I must have bullshit all of them except that one. Ugh, chisel tip. Four? Yeah, I like her, just her, like, I don't know, her overall structure is really nice. Just a quick pass on this. The shading that I'm doing with the Copic is kind of not matching where I put the highlights in the armor, but I also don't care. Just letting you guys know I'm aware of it and I see it, but I don't care. Just a 3/4 angle light, nothing crazy. I like her face a lot. The bottom left? Oh yeah, this one. Well, I appreciate that you guys all like different ones. That actually makes me feel good. Three got no votes, so 3 gets to go hide underneath the chat. I don't know. Who'd that be? But yeah, you can, if you're interested, if you wanted to command page, oh, new 3. There you go. Yeah. If you're interested, next month is going to be Digimon sketch cards. Those will probably look a lot more similar to the Yu-Gi-Oh ones that we did last month. You know, a little bit more anime-ish than this harsh spot black no tan brush pen thing that we're doing. So if you're interested in that, you can command Patreon. It's the $10 tier and it gets shipped to you. But if you're not interested in it, that's cool too. Just FYI. These came out pretty cool. These are fun. All right, well, I appreciate everyone for hanging out. We're gonna let the raid go off and do its thing. We're gonna go raid one of my fellow DeviantArt Collective members. I think she's still part of the DeviantArt Collective. My favorite is this one. I've determined after all of this is my favorite one. But yeah, the raid is going to launch itself in like a minute, so I appreciate everyone for hanging out once again. If you're in the Twitch chat, there's the link to my new YouTube episode. If you guys don't watch it, I would appreciate a click and a like, and then you could just go ahead and close that window. But yeah, I appreciate all the new follows, guys. We've been the stream has been doing really fucking well the past couple of, like, basically since TwitchCon, it's been doing really well. Yeah. Yes, breakfast for dinner date with the wife. I haven't seen her in a while, so it'll be a nice, you know. And I'm gonna go take care of the puppy right now. She needs a little break from taking care of her, but yeah. Tomorrow, the 24-hour stream is gonna happen. We're gonna be doing a bug study, and I will have the pup show up during that. So, all right, so the raid's gonna launch in like 30 seconds. If you guys have any questions, hit up that Discord. If you're in the YouTube chat, Discord is in the description. If you're in the Twitch chat, there's a link to the Discord right there. 8 seconds. Thank you guys for hanging out. See you tomorrow.